Okay, hello everyone. Sorry I didn't fill you in the last few days. Under pressure, things going wrong, all of that. I really should film it going wrong because you do enjoy that, and all that. But I'll fill you in when we go down the yard there. Anyway, so starting off, we got a delivery of stuff the other day, and we have a 4-rotor Lely tether here. Now, none of this stuff, well, some of it I've used, but none of the new stuff that you haven't seen before has been checked over or anything like that yet. And to be fair, before the season, will it get checked over? Unlikely. But anyway, this is a Lely 4-rotor tether and seems to be in reasonable enough condition. Now, excuse the sound, it's just the tines dragging along the ground here, but condition doesn't seem all that bad, to be fair. It seems relatively good. Now there is, you can put more guards on it here, but they were taken off for transport and they are behind it here on the ground. But it's a nice little tether for somebody who would be interested, and the price of it is €4,000. It has the AWS system, which stops the grass wrapping around the wheels. It's kind of a vital thing on the Lely's, really. They torture you otherwise. There doesn't seem to be any welding done on the headstock, but it was welded here once upon a time, but that's not going to have any impact on its rest of its life. And moving on from that, here is the fresh 770, the one you will have seen me use in a way, but maybe it'll be going next week. You know who I'm talking to if you're looking at it. Maybe it'll find its new home the coming week. But a lovely machine. Lovely machine, in very good condition indeed. Drive shaft is just taken out because I was jigging a bit of stuff around there with the loading shovel. But yeah, nice machine indeed. And here's the other 770. I haven't even pulled it out yet because I do know somebody actually came and looked at it and they spotted it, that there was a bearding gone inside there. So it can be sold either fixed or the way it is, but at the moment I would preferably the way it is. But it's a nice machine. Again, no welding or anything like that done to it. Very nice and tight and straight. And we have a 6-rotor Viking, which is a big Viking. It's basically the Viking equivalent of the 770 Lely. It's a 763. Again, missing some of its guardings that I haven't got a chance to put on yet. But I had this one out today and it's working lovely. And this one is actually heading away tomorrow. This one is already on the way to go. This also arrived, an Icon mower. Never before seen one of them in my life. Obviously a Viking. And it's a lovely one. It's a very straight one. Not a whole pile done, I would imagine, because there's no big wear here on the discs. Bed seems very tight and all the conditioner tines are in place and everything like that. Lovely mower indeed, but it is missing its skirt here, and I suppose really it could do with a set of decals. But it's a 10-foot front mounted mower and these Vikings are mounted on an A-frame. It's actually all suspended off of the frame here. It's quite an unusual setup, I suppose you could call it, but it's you just need one single acting valve for them. But you have your 2 big springs floating them here. But yeah, but good mower again with your gearbox driven conditioner. So really you would need an airframe to test this out. I haven't gone near it, haven't done anything to it, but the price of this is $6,350 plus the VAT if anybody is interested in it. Hit me up, we can pull it out and put a spin on and all the rest of it if you are interested. And 2 of these Viking spinners arrived and they're actually in incredible condition. Very nice spreaders indeed. There's no date stamp on this frame. The other frame is down the field there, but they just loaded this hopper into it, you know, so they could for the loading. made it a bit easier for transport. But the bottom one is a bit unique. I've never seen it before, and if you have seen it or you've any experience with it, please let me know, because I'm gonna, obviously if we sell it to somebody, I'm gonna have to explain how it works and all of that. So basically this is a vary spread spreader. So you have a control box, which is here. You have a control box. You also have a sensor in your tractor. You mount a sensor in the tractor, you mount a sensor on the spreader, and both talk to each other, and it's a variable rate spreader. So if you speed up, it opens up more. If you slow down, it cuts back the flow of fertilizer to whatever you've it set to. I honestly don't know how it works, but anyway, it's in very, very good condition. Obviously it has the greasable bearing and all that, and they're both the same hopper, they're both the same capacity. I think they're 800 litres they call them. So I don't know what would it take. Would it take 2 ton, half-ton bags? I doubt it. To be honest, I would say maybe a bag and a half would kind of be around where it'd be at, but no cracks or nothing on the hoppers. They're in very good condition indeed. And I haven't even priced them yet, because I need to take them apart and see what the carry on is. You know, I need to put the two of them together. But lovely looking spreaders, to be fair. And moving on from that, we have a cheap and cheerful Crone tether that again just arrived. I think it needs all new hydraulic hoses, whatever happened to them. You would imagine they were fire damaged, but like they're gone inside here, so that can't be fire damaged because that didn't get damaged. That tap is, you can use the whole, it's one hose controls the whole lot. So basically you put this in the back of your tractor and it works the folding and turning the wheels of the machine. So you turn the tap to change the, you know, the turn of your wheels for throwing your headland row in, and also folding in and out. And this machine is, it looks okay, to be fair. There isn't a whole pile of wear in it, you know, not a whole pile of play. It definitely needs a good few tines. It would be ideal for maybe somebody who is kind of buying on a budget and something they'd like to, I suppose maybe if you painted it up even, you'd make a nice job of it, you know. It has all the basics there to make a nice machine. And the price of this one is the price of this one is 2,000. Jesus, I get confused with all my figures. The price of this one is 2,500 euros. So if anybody is interested in that, you can hit me up and we'll take it from there. But this is sold as is machine, because I would imagine, being a red Crone, it is older enough. So this is an out the gate machine. And here is our mower bed that is no longer attached to the mower, but hopefully tomorrow we'll change all of that. And I'll fill you in on the story on that in all due course. Nothing catastrophic really. What I actually think happened is a bearing failed in an idler gear. I will have one up here, because MX weight blocks make a great workbench. So that's an idler gear for anybody who doesn't know the internals of a mower. This is a drive gear and this is an idler gear. So the idlers are pretty much doing nothing, they're idle. They're only connecting the drive from one drive gear to the next drive gear. And what I think happened is nothing actually failed, but one of these bearings just jammed. The bearing itself, the one I suspect still turns. We're still able to turn it, but you could be turning it for 5 minutes and all of a sudden it'll just lock and you'll get it to turn again. But I think that's what happened, multiplied by 1,000 RPM, and that's what happened. Our mower bed, so the mower bed actually exploded. We tried fixing it, but it's it's not going too well, so we're gonna get a new bed skin, or else we're gonna change a bed. We're gonna get a second-hand bed skin for it. So yeah, that's tomorrow morning's project to get that over and done with. And the last machine in the yard is an 8-rotor Viking tether, but it's actually a trailed tether. It's a mounted trailed. To be honest, it's a concept I kind of like, because you can take it off and turn it into an ordinary machine again if you want to. But it's a great help if you have a smaller tractor and you want a bigger tether, because it will take the pressure off the tractor. You know, it won't be lifting the front wheels off the ground. And it's in good enough condition, to be fair. Again, missing its safety guards. They are above there and need to be bolted on. But we just got the bare essentials of it assembled today to kind of move it around. But this spring, there's a little spring that goes on here to keep the lock up like that. That got fucking broken off there. So we need to put the spring on that tomorrow. And that's all this needs. She's ready to rock after that. But a night like that, a nice machine. So basically, all one spool valve controls 3 functions, and then you have another one for turning your wheels for steering. But basically, what she does is it drives these rams back, so that in effect changes the angle of the machine. It then lifts this one, and then it folds out the tether. So why it's down on one side is because of our spring missing. I can't lock that side up, and that side I had to lock it up to come down the yard there with it. But yeah, it is a nice little machine, to be fair. I suppose it's not a little machine because it's 9 meters wide. It'll get 4 10-foot rows. But I think we need to take this one out and use it and have a bit of a play with it, and then we'll put it on the market. Somebody asked me about one, and yes, it is available, but I want to use it first just to make sure it's 100%. So I'll probably go using it tomorrow, because I haven't span it. I've put it all together and done all its functions and that, but I do want to give it one spin in a field to make sure everything is hunky-dory with it, because with some of these bigger machines you always run the risk of, if there's a little play somewhere, it's very exaggerated out at the end. But to be fair, from what I can see, it's all good. So that's about that. So yeah, that's it from me. Thank you if anyone is interested. I know some of you like these kind of videos. Please don't ever feel I'm ramming it down your throat what I have here, but a lot of people ask me, to keep them updated on what's coming in and what I have. And to be fair, this is the easiest method of doing that for me. Instead of sending photos and videos to 10-15 different people, if I just make the video, everyone sees it that way. Then whoever's interested can contact me, and if you're not interested, then that it doesn't matter. Whereas the other way is very time consuming for me. So like I say, please don't think it's my channel is going to turn into ram and use machinery down your throat, because it's not. It's just a lot of people actually like looking at this kind of stuff. I suppose it's a good way of marketing machinery. It's a good way of seeing things. A lot of the feedback we get from the channel is people like the way we approach it. So I kind of will continue to do that, but it's just not me. This Rotavator is also heading out tomorrow, I think, or the day after. Needs a few little bits and pieces done to it, but good, solid, strong machine. And this one also arrived. It's a fine coon one, but we're going to keep this for our own use for the summer, I think. And because I've always wanted a Rotavator, it'll be very handy for doing odds and ends jobs, and something like this, something good and strong and sturdy. But Rotavators ain't cheap. They make mad money. So we'll see how this one goes, and if we don't knock much value out of it, then it'll probably move on to a new home. But good blades and everything. Doesn't seem to have a whole pile of work done. So we'll see how we get on. I'm looking forward to rotavating. The last time I rotavated was in 2006, so I'm looking forward to going doing it again. So that's it from me. If you have any inquiries, don't be afraid to get in touch with me through either the website, whartonagri.com. You'll get my contact details there, or else Mr. CVX on YouTube, Instagram, or Facebook. So yeah, thank you very much, and we'll chat to you later.